I think partnership is the key word when we're talking about sacramental preparation of children. I suppose it's important to say that the context in which we're preparing children to celebrate sacraments has changed radically in the last 20 years. In the past, we tended to leave a lot of the work to the schools, and they continue to do tremendous work in terms of their commitment to preparing children for sacraments. But that was fine in the days when everybody else was also doing their job. Parents were bringing their children to Mass regularly, there was prayer at home, and there was a sense in which there was a connectedness between the home, the school and the parish. That has changed, as we know. And so now we have to find ways in which to encourage parents and parish to take an active role in preparing children for sacraments. And I think that in terms of the best experience of preparing children for sacraments is obviously going to be when the home, the school and the parish work together. Yeah, Do This in Memory is a parish-based sacramental preparation programme for First Communion and First Penance, although the emphasis is on the First Communion element. And really what it does is it creates a space outside of school in which parents and the parish work together to prepare the children. The most, I suppose, important place in which it takes place is the Sunday Mass. It's situated within that context. And there's an invitation to parents to bring their children to Mass on one Sunday a month, roughly, between September and June. And it's not exactly a children's Mass. I think it's probably important to make the distinction, because sometimes when we talk about children's Masses, we think about children getting up and doing things. But really what we're talking about is a Mass where we're conscious that the children are present. And we do various things to help to highlight aspects of the Mass so the children become familiar with being at Mass, and they also become familiar with the community into which they are being initiated as they prepare for their First Communion. Well, there are probably a number of ways in which the boards of management can get involved in supporting sacramental preparation. I think the very first way, and the most important way perhaps, is to have a clear policy in which they state that the work of sacramental preparation is a work of partnership between the teachers in the classroom, the family at home, and to the parish community itself. So that everybody is clear from the start that there's an expectation there that we would all work together to give the children the best possible experience of getting ready to celebrate these sacraments. I suppose they could also, and I think there's an important role to be played here, in terms of resourcing parents themselves to work with their children in the area of not just sacramental preparation, but religious education in general. I think many parents struggle with the language that is now used in the school, talking about religion. They're not sure if what they're saying is correct, they're not sure if they're using the right words or the right prayers. So there's a need to help parents to help the children in the area of religious education. I think boards of management could do that. There's something to be done, obviously, if there's a parish preparation programme, be it for First Communion or indeed for confirmation, that there is an invitation to parents to get actively involved in that, and that boards of management ensure that that invitation is given, and that there are plenty of opportunities for parents to get involved. There's also a role in which I think they could play into helping staffs with ongoing faith development, providing retreat days perhaps for staff members to work together, and also maybe ensuring that part of a planning day might be used to upskill teachers in the area of religious education. And I think that's something that more and more schools are looking to. The parish clergy may need to be encouraged to visit the school, and perhaps occasions and situations might be need to be created in order to help the parish clergy feel that they're welcome in. And I think there's a need to create that atmosphere, perhaps to have Advent and Lenten services, Christmas masses, perhaps an opening of the year school ritual where the parish clergy are there, so that there's plenty of scope for the children to get to know their parish clergy, and for parish clergy to get to know both staff and children. And I suppose finally there is a role for the boards to ensure that teachers have the necessary resources that they need for sacramental preparation in particular, and obviously for religious education in general.